a really long time ago, my friend and I, we started to get really close, and we started going out together to this area where there would be tons of people our age going out every single weekend, like I think every Wednesday as well. And we kept going. And every single time I would go with this guy, he would speak to absolutely everybody there. And he would have a lot of friends, it seemed. And I remember this one time we were going to get McDonald's, and we walked past these two guys, and they have like a big rep for being like a really big deal in our city and everything. And he's just like saying hi to them casually and everything, chatting. And I noticed that by me being with him, I also just said like, oh yeah, what's up, bro? Like I had a quick chat to them. They're actually pretty friendly anyways. And what I realized in that moment was, if you're just with a friend who likes to speak to people, if you're with one guy who knows a few people, doesn't even need to be overly social, and they just start introducing you a little bit, you can start to leech off that energy in a way, and not by taking anything from them, but you can just genuinely start to make better friends and join into other people's friend groups. Like, for example, in Australia, like I'd been going out a lot, and I was going out with this one guy, but he just introduced me to all his friends, and like I started hanging out with some of them on my own time as well. And that doesn't mean that I'm not going to be close friends with this guy, because I still fucking love him, and he's still probably going to be closer to me than anyone else. But now that, since I hung out with him, he kind of just like opened up this world of people and made it really easy for me to make new friends. And so that's what I wanted to talk about today. Like, you just need one good friend. And you might be wondering, like, how the fuck do I do that? And honestly, I think that everything in life is like socially wise. What I've been noticing is it all comes down to like status, or like a huge amount of it comes down to status. Like, there's people, I know this one guy in my school, he just speaks to everybody. Everybody says like really good things about him. He's got a good status, you know, he's well regarded, and he's pretty popular in that way. And I don't like to use the word popular, because I think it gets confused with like things that don't really matter. But to have like a high status is to be a really well regarded person, to have a lot of people like you. And I noticed that anywhere I go, if you have high status, you're just cruising in life. It's just easy mode. Everybody will like move out of their way, do favors for you, like help you out, have your back. But when you have a low status, life's hard. I mean, I know that as a personal experience. I've experienced both, I would like to say. And it's ridiculous how different life becomes when you're in a different position. But if you can slowly start to build yourself up as a person, like, you might have heard this already, like, oh, just work on yourself. But work on yourself socially is the advice that I want to specifically give. I'm saying that you want to make this like a priority. Like, if you genuinely care about having good friends, which you should, because it's really important, then just admit it to yourself instead of saying, oh, locking in, spending time by myself is better for me. Because what I realized is that there's so many people who just close themselves up to their studies, or they make up some excuse, and then they don't even work that hard on their goal. They don't even work that hard on their studies. They kind of just slack off on that, and then just scroll on reels, and then they see the lock-in reels, and then they like lock in again, but they're still never making any progress socially, because all they're doing is focusing on doing better in their goal, and it doesn't make you happier in life. Itchy as fuck, bro. But like, I can tell you for a fact that the opposite side of this is true. Like, right now I'm going out so much, and honestly, the weirdest thing is, yeah, like going out is super fun, but when you're going out this much, you're going to a lot of parties, those people aren't even like that happy. The people who are going out, like, yeah, maybe if I meet a friend every day, we just go get dinner. That's fucking awesome. If I meet up with a friend, we're going out and we're hiking all day. But like, going to a lot of parties, or going out and staying up really late every single night, even, bro, honestly, I hate to say this, but even like meeting a friend every single day, which is something that I pushed for so heavily, maybe even that is not super healthy. Because I've realized when I came back here like a week ago, like, this is my town, like, this is my place, you know, I love this place, I got a lot of good friends here. I came back here and I just took 2 days to myself. Like, yeah, I got sick, but the third day when I started to feel better, it's like I woke up, I filmed, I did all this work, I went and trained, I was super happy. And like, yeah, when I went out later, I was also super happy. And look, this might be a bad example because I feel like I got sick the day after again, but my observation was that after like that one night, when I was trying to sleep at night, all these like potential thoughts, all these like fun hangout ideas, like me planning all these nights out, I'm planning a couple parties and stuff. All of it was just like flooding my mind, and I noticed that I had way less peace to myself. Now, maybe it's because I haven't been as strict on meditating as I used to be. Maybe that's an ADHD tendency. I definitely have ADHD, but I've just been meditating to control it over the last while. And that's massively helped. Maybe the reason that that happened, that I felt overwhelmed, I kept overthinking, was because I wasn't meditating as much. But what I have noticed is that when you're going to parties a lot, or at least like late night events, which I know it's super hypocritical because I'm going to a party tonight, and I'm still gonna go. Like, I still think you should go to these kinds of events. But the idea that I set to myself was, okay, I'm gonna go to this party tonight because it's a house party and I do enjoy those kinds of things. But when everyone else goes out to the clubs and stuff, I'm not joining. And next weekend, I'm throwing a social thing, but it's a daytime thing anyways, and I don't care. If I go on that, bro, how am I gonna be impacted negatively if I'm out all day hanging out with a bunch of friends, going in the water, having a beautiful memory, remembering that for life? How is that ever going to impact me negatively? But everybody can instantly think of how a party can negatively impact you. And like, yeah, it's not that dangerous for me to do big social events because, when I say dangerous, I mean dangerous to my progression, because I don't drink anyways. Like, yeah, I fall into a rut sometimes with that promise, but I'm really good at going out and just not drinking because I've gotten to the point where my friends don't even offer me because they already know that I never drink. And I find that extremely fun, more fun than drinking, because I find like I can present myself in the light I want to be presented in. And especially when I'm already around my friends, it's just easy mode. Like, I don't need any alcohol to like reduce the nerves. None of that bullshit. That's a hoax anyways. I don't need any of that. I can just go out and be super happy, be super social, and be comfortable with myself. So I think that one of the most important things that has helped me to get to a point where I'm really happy being more social is just wanting it super badly. Like, my mind's always been on it, but I just wanted to give that warning that when you don't need to do it every day. Like, I recommend aiming to hang out with friends as much as you can, but notice the point where it's taking over your mental capacity. Like, don't text people all day. Don't use Snapchat. Like, for me, I got off Snapchat because it was driving. But for so long, I would spend all this time trying to like snap girls back and like hold a long conversation. I never really met up with any girls from Snapchat. Like, okay, that's a really big lie, but for the amount of time that I put in, I didn't meet up with that many girls. I didn't meet up from, like, when I'd met a girl and then I got a Snapchat, that's most of the time when I would meet up with them. And so what I realized is maybe I just get off that kind of app that takes up so much time. Go with something more direct, like Instagram, or get someone's number. And that for me has been working way better. Like, if you just message somebody, you can say, "Oh, are you free this day or this day?" If they say like, "Oh, I'm not free," then they probably don't even like you. And so the thing that I'm saying here is like, yeah, you want to put in as much effort to do as many different social things as possible, organize parties. Like, yeah, I really approve. Just make sure that when it's having a toll on you mentally, that you maybe take like a mini step back for a day. It's kind of a rant, but I hope it helps. I just kind of wanted to get back in the flow of filming some videos. I hope you have a great day. Way more value on the other videos, way more revision in the other videos. I kind of just winged one right now. But yeah, hope you have a great day, bro.